Hi there, I'm Paul.
I'm George.
We're from the London to Cape Town world record attempt, which we took in January this year.
Yeah.
Tried to smash a record from driving from London to Cape Town in South Africa via West Africa, which nobody has done before. Set.
We can see why though.
We can see
We didn't
why.
discover that until we were there.
I love West Africa.
Yeah.
But CT1, who was our main sponsor, have got a few questions and answers for us.
What made you decide to take a challenge such as this up?
Well, we just thought, got to drive from London to Cape Town, drive across Africa.
We'd had like previous expeditions in such places like Botswana, and you lived there pretty much all your life until
We got older.
Why did you move to England?
Why
Why did you move away? It's so nice.
Just to see if I could drive there.
That was the whole point.
Yep.
The whole
trip, just to see whether I could drive.
Okay, the route and journey, why over this continent? Had it a special story behind it?
Well, to get from London to Cape Town, all the other previous record attempts went via East Africa. But because there's a few troubles in North Africa, that wasn't an option.
Yeah, and a couple of red zones popped up.
So we could just not go. So we went, okay, we'll take the more difficult route, which is via West Africa. For much harsher terrains, a lot more countries. And again, nobody's done that before as a set world record attempt. Even the previous guys were supporting us to say, you guys are crazy and this is awesome. And it was awesome.
Yeah, it was.
Okay, did you have much training? And if so, what kind of training would one need for such an expedition?
I suppose I won't really call it training, but my job, just truck driving. I suppose that can help with just like when it comes to just
driving 24/7.
Just keeping the.
We had a lot of experience of being in Southern Africa, Botswana, Mozambique, South Africa, which will help a lot with basically the officials, the police, the people.
Just general like driving.
Yeah, got to be
styles
very street
like
smart.
Yeah.
Out there.
Did you break any records on this journey, and did you have any support?
We broke a lot of things. Not the record.
Yeah.
Broke the
Just about
chassis
everything.
3 times. The roof was coming off. Broke the prop shaft, the transfer box, the diff, but not any records, unfortunately. We're trying to set a new record via West Africa, which didn't happen.
Yeah, you said something about the West. Nobody's ever sort of done that in one go, so I
No.
suppose you could still call that.
So we set the biggest distance so far. London to Windhoek.
Yeah.
Somebody's going to beat that now. That was at least 9,000 miles in 13 days.
That'll be us again.
Do you have any support?
No,
No,
we were the only
that was that question, wasn't it?
support. We had no support. There was no backup vehicles.
No,
All we had
we're
was
quite on our own.
Yeah.
It's like you said, just that satellite phone.
Yeah, we had a live tracker which sent our location every 15 minutes.
That was good.
But we didn't know where we were, but the tracker
No.
did. But we had a satellite phone.
So the moment, like, there were a couple of times where we didn't take a wrong tip, we just took a detour where it was needed, and people like calling the satellite phone, we've gone the wrong way, sort of thing. But no, we were all right.
We got there.
Yeah.
The vehicle itself, why did you choose this model and make?
Budget.
But yeah, budget, and it had to. I don't know. It just had to be a Land Rover because growing up in South Africa,
Yeah.
everyone says Land Rovers.
So Land Rovers were the reliable ones. The engine was no problem.
Amazing engine.
Yeah, just because the vehicle was old, 1999, that the chassis
Even
was a
though
bit
it,
rusted.
even though the chassis broke, or whatever, it's still a good vehicle. I think.
Yeah.
How did you prepare the vehicle, and what products stood out in this preparation for such a trip?
We changed a lot of things from all the brakes, all the suspension, all the hubs, tyres. Probably tyres stuck out the most for me.
Yeah.
We had some Cooper STs Max's big tyres, not
They
one
took
single puncture.
Some hits they did.
Yeah, we
Some
got
serious-
airborne from a few potholes, in a few ditches. Potholes. More potholes?
Yeah, I think there was
A
in
lot.
total about 1 million.
Over 1 million potholes. Yeah.
What was the train you were driving on like, and where was it most harsh? Did CT1 stand up to the test?
CT1 definitely stood up to the task. We stuck on a huge metal plate for our skid plate. That is still on the vehicle now, and that took many hits.
Yeah.
The terrain that was harshest for me was Nigeria, big potholes. You're traveling at 70 miles an hour, then you just hit a massive pothole and you're airborne, which wakes George up who was sleeping in the back many times. Where was the most harsh for you?
Yeah, it's not, I don't know, it's not the hard, like you say, it's just the potholes, because you brake for them, and that's the tough bit for me anyway, because you just sit up straight, you're trying to sleep, but you just sit up straight away, don't you?
Yeah. And then we also had the radiator pipe burst, which was in Morocco. That was as soon as we got
another
off the ferry.
CT1 save, that was.
Yeah, so we put CT1 Miracle Seal in there. After we repaired it, it was still leaking. Throw this Miracle Seal in, no more leaks. So we didn't have to top up our water at all.
Because it was leaking just before that, we sort of did a semi-fix on it, and yeah.
And it was sorted.
Otherwise we'd have to fill up every 3 hours or whatever.
Was there much vibration at any underwater experiences? Were you surprised at the strength of CT1?
Only once submerged underwater.
Yeah, just a crossing, but no vibration, no, you know, it was good.
Yeah.
We had a vibration before, didn't we? But that was one of the hubs. But we replaced everything, and we didn't know what it was, but it just happened to be the hub that needed replacing.
There was a lot of hits, as in from rocks, all sorts of like potholes, everything, and CT1 didn't come up at all. We tested some bolts stuck to the diff protectors, just to see if they took some hits, whether the bolt would stay attached to the metal, but the actual whole diff protector.
Probably because of the C1, you know, it caught something like a rock, because the bolts are sticking out below,
and the diff protector just ripped off
the whole thing off.
So there's a couple diff protectors in Africa if anybody wants.
Did you use CT1 for any other application after seeing the strength on first application?
One of the panels along the windscreen
just like a universal thing, isn't it?
Yeah. We stuck our table down as well, the table inside there. We also stuck.
It's really bad if you want anything off once, like the radiator.
Don't use CT1 if you want to take something off. It's not like blue tack. Can't just leave it there temporary. Like we stuck this radiator grill on to protect from like stones hitting in and things like that, but that stopped a lot of air getting to the intercooler.
Overheating the engine because of it, so it needed to come off.
Yeah, so we basically had to get like a screwdriver as a chisel and just rip that off. That took us about half an hour. Yeah, that was some tough stuff.
Yeah.
Thanks.
As you were driving through a hot continent, did the temperatures soar? How did CT1 manage against this heat?
It was about 18 degrees hottest.
No, I wish. We didn't have aircon either.
Yeah,
no, it was like 46.
46
was
46 in Nigeria. That was the hottest it got to. No problems.
No.
From CT1. Problems from us, we were like dying and sweating and stinking, and we hadn't showered for 13 days.
And on top of that, like where the skid plate was where it was overheating, you know,
from the engine.
So I guess it got even hotter than that.
Yeah. And
it still stood up. Yeah.
Still there now in South Africa.
Yeah.
It's like 6 months later.
Would you use CT1 on other expeditions?
Definitely. Yeah.
To glue.
Would they just that one save from the water pipe?
Yeah.
If we didn't have that, then we would have run out of water and just not. Because we're topping it up all the time.
Yeah, the CT1. That was the CT1 Miracle Seal. I'll put that in before I leave on the next expedition. Any gluing of any activities in the vehicle or out of the vehicle, definitely use. Even if it's something that you have to hold a nut in place before you have to bolt it, because it kind of works like almost like a weld in a way.
And that was just like from the first day, because it slowly sets even more and more, doesn't it? So
yeah.
What was the most frightening part of your journey, and was your life in danger?
Weirdly, our life was never in danger, ever. Never felt once threatened or anything like that.
Everyone was just awesome, weren't they? Helpful,
friendly, wanting bribes, that sort of thing. But friendly in a way. My scariest part was driving through the Nigerian jungle and then the road coming to an end, and then driving through the bush of the Nigerian jungle past some guys with their rifles and machetes, and then suddenly finally coming to a road.
When they sort of say hello to you with a dead animal, like, right, sort of thing.
You're like,
I suppose I nearly hit a donkey. That was a frightening part for me. And it just came out of nowhere, and I was literally on the other side of the road trying to avoid it,
No, Shrek
Just-
wouldn't have been happy if he hit him.
Donkey.
What was the highlight of the experience?
Gabon, which was going through the equator. It was like a tropical forest type thing. The roads there were
Amazing.
perfect. Not a single pothole. Lovely corners.
Which meant you could like look more as well. You know,
Yeah.
the whole. Yeah. So.
And the then for viewing was Angola.
Yeah.
The views in Angola was awesome. That was probably the best.
Coming out at the top of the mountain, sort of thing, out of clouds on the top. That was really nice.
Amazing. And any other highlights?
Just I don't know. Just every time it was fixed, you know.
Yeah, when the thing is, we snapped the chassis like after 3,000 miles in the middle of nowhere in Africa, but then you go to a village and the only guy that has electricity is a welder. And it was like that in like
Because
a
all
lot
their
of villages.
vehicles are like really old, so they
Yeah.
need welders, and there's so many potholes. So,
And so
each village has like a welder, so we're sorted each
Yeah.
time.
yeah, the welding guys were awesome.
That was a
That was
big
so much-
highlight.
So much fun. Although we lost a lot of time with the welding and the repairs, and the one basically being held at one of the borders for 24 hours.
Because it was a Sunday.
Yeah, which meant that we lost like 2 days, 3 days in total. So we could have got much better time in, but unfortunately we didn't. But next time, got to hit that.
Yeah, definitely.
With CT1, definitely we have them in our little toolbox.
Yeah.
But thank you for the video, guys. And that's George. I'm Paul.
Yeah, we'll see you again soon. Hopefully.
Good night.